Hello, welcome back again. We are going to be getting started on reconditioning the lower control arms, all of the suspension components that we are reusing. So what I've done in preparation for that, so I have everything soaking, and it's been soaking overnight. This is not just water, this is degreaser. Getting a little surface rust, so ready to pull that out. We're going to put these all through the tumbler and get all the leftover crusties taken off of there and get that cleaned up. Get everything in some fresh paint. I also started on the lower control arms, which are outside. Still got to get the ball joints pressed out, but this one is cleaning up really nice. So far, just hit it for a little while just to see what we were going to be dealing with. This one haven't touched yet. So I'm going to degrease, power wash, grind, and repeat until they are perfect. So let's get going. Okay, these all cleaned up pretty good. Like I said, there's some surface rust on there, which is fine, but there's not all that grease on there, which is good. So now we can run it through the tumbler and get all this surface rust cleaned up. Yesterday, in preparation for today, I got the relay rod off of the steering assembly, and I got that fairly well cleaned up. We're going to power wash this with the lower control arms as well, but overall this is looking really good. So we'll be able to get this in paint today. Rust cutter. It's designed to remove rust from threaded fasteners without rounding the edges. So this is what we're going to use. The tumbler is pretty loud, and for rust removal it says to run it for 2 to 6 hours with that media, so that could be a while. I'm going to let it run for 3 hours and see where we're at. I'm going to grab the control arms and get those up by the garage so we can get those power washed. Control arms pretty well cleaned up. Ball joints are out. Hard to get in there, but that's alright. Knock down the loose stuff. Alright, what we're going to do next, we are going to get the cross shafts out of the lower control arms. That way we can get in there and clean it all real good so we can get these in the rust encapsulator and paint. The process to get these off is kind of hard. So we're going to get these off so we can get them cleaned up. That way we can put in new ones. We can make sure that the bushings all are good, the seals are good, and we can get everything re-greased. So this is how you do that. everything sprayed, getting everything cleaned up. Give you an idea of what spraying looks like versus painting it on. About the same finish, really. Goes on really nice. I used a 1.4 tip and I sprayed at about 37, 38 psi. Came out really nice, came out really smooth. Pretty good coverage, actually really good coverage. What I did after I sprayed is I took a little acetone on a rag and I cleaned out the threads on that. Let's see if that will focus here. Nah, it won't. But I tried to clean out the threads so that the new bushings will go on nice and easy. Get those in paint, not tomorrow, but the next morning. I have off work that day, so I'll be able to get those in. Cleaning up all the hardware through the tumbler. This is all coming out really nice. Just a little prep spray and some paint, and those will all be good. Not going to paint any of that, but definitely the U-bolts. Yeah, it's all coming together. It's a day and a half later since we sprayed the silver. Coated on really nice, dried really well. Time to hit it all with our usual gold bar paint. After that, hopefully you can actually see it away from the insulated garage door. Spindles are completely in paint and look really good. To show you how that cleans up on that masking. Perfect. Steering gear is pulled apart. There was a lot of slop in that, so we are going to be getting a new one of those. I saved the high pressure line. I don't know if we're going to reuse that or not. U-bolts and all that are in paint. You can't even tell because it's completely black. All the hardware is cleaned up. Springs have been cleaned up. And these are drying nicely, which I showed you earlier. Everything's drying really, really nicely. Looks great. So, cool thing now is that it's ready to be all put back together. One other thing that I did is I put all the grease fittings on all of the ball joints, tie rod ends, all of that. So pretty much set. So next time I see you, we'll be putting all of this back together. So, see ya.